All right, from global strategy to Georgia innovation, 10 companies are about to take this stage, and they're going to show you what the future looks like from the inside. So welcome to the stage, Dennis Zakas. Dennis is a member of the TAG Board of Directors and the founder and chair of the Top 40, Top 10 Innovative Companies competition since its inception back in 2005. So Dennis, take it away.
Thank you, Buck. It's so great to be back on the stage at the Cobb Convention Center, the home of the first Georgia Technology Summit in 2005, and many other summits since then. From the beginning, this program has been built on a simple idea. Technological innovation drives economic growth and job creation in the state of Georgia. Only Georgia technology companies are eligible for recognition today. Every company you'll see today was selected based on the strength of their innovation and the impact it can have, and not primarily on their financial performance. Over the last 20 years, many of TAG's top 10 winners have earned national recognition. Here's a slide. You can see that there are companies like TSYS, PrizePicks, OneTrust, ShareCare, SalesLoft, Sword, Hermeus, FeatureSpace, and several more have achieved meaningful strategic exits like Roadie to UPS, Park Mobile to Easy Park, Urginet to Arcadia, and Ionic to Twilio. The TAG Top 10 Award designation has become, in retrospect, a remarkably accurate leading indicator. I'm sure we can expect the same from today's top 10 winners. Each year, we review all applications to select the top 10. From these companies, the committee chooses the top 10 through evaluation and live audition. And you've got here a slide that shows the top 40 committee. They don't just select these companies. They work closely with them to help sharpen their presentations, spending dedicated time with every finalist, not just handing out trophies, but truly coaching them. Top 40 committee members who independently judge, select, and mentor the top 10, please stand up and be recognized. John Wilson, who's been our co-chair, Patrick Taylor, Sig Mosley, Jane McCracken can't be with us, she's on a vacation, Gordon Rogers, Tyler Horn, and Jean-Luc Van Holst. Let's give a hand for these committee members. So here's how it works. 10 presenting companies, 3 minutes per presentation. That's it. After the final pitch of the final presenter, you'll have 1 hour to open the event app and to cast your vote for various categories of the People's Choice Awards. These categories are Coolest Technology, Best Exhibit, Best Presentation, and Best Overall. We'll announce all winners at 5:45 p.m. on the Innovation Pavilion stage. So without further ado, let's start the presentations.
Good afternoon. I have some questions for everybody. Do you know what your teams are doing with agentic software development? Do you know how much it's costing you? Do you know if it's improving your outcomes? And do you know if your organization is getting better at it as a team? If you can't answer all these questions, you should come talk to us at CodeVine. Thank you for being here. My name is Wells Burke. I'm a proud GT grad, and I've been building software companies right here in Atlanta for 30 years. 10 years ago, I founded Rocket Partners, an enterprise software consultancy in the trenches, heavy lifting with Global 2000 clients every day. For us, when the agentic software development wave hit, everything changed. We realized, to paraphrase the immortal words of Ricky Bobby, If we weren't going to be first, we were going to be last. So we went all in. Our best developers started producing results that were, quite frankly, hard to believe, but there were some issues. Our teams were using dozens of unapproved AI tools, token costs were blowing project budgets, and breakthroughs that could level up the entire organization stayed locked on individual laptops. I bet many of you out there today are experiencing these exact same problems. You know, isn't it interesting that you can manage and govern every single mission-critical capability in your organization today, except for agentic software development? Think about that for a second. The biggest thing to ever hit software development, and today it is completely unmanaged. Some of you may think that you've solved this problem with that big Codex or Claude Code or Cursor purchase. First of all, good job. You're on the right track. But here's the thing. These foundational tools, they're making individuals faster, but no one, let me repeat, no one is making the organization smarter. Here's the thing. This is the key. To win in the AI era, you have to turn individual innovations into collective genius. You do that by capturing the best thinking of your frontier developers and deploying it to everyone. That's why we built CodeVine, the world's first agentic flow platform, an enterprise system of record to capture, correlate, and compound the impact of agentic software development across your entire organization. We didn't just build it, we run our business on it. It's a self-improving flywheel, and we're not talking about 10% improvements. We're seeing 10x improvements in client outcomes on real delivered work. And we know we can help organizations just like yours achieve these same results. So, if you want to know what your teams are doing with agentic software development, know what it's costing you, know if it's improving your outcomes, and know if your organization is getting better at it as a team. In other words, if you want to go from AI active to AI productive, come talk to us at CodeVine. Thank you.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm super excited to be here. My name is Nicholas. I'm the co-founder of eStreamly. And eStreamly is a live stream and a video commerce platform. We connect video to checkout. And I'm super excited to talk to you about today about the future of AI video commerce. Today, video is eating e-commerce. In fact, 80% of total internet consumption is video. Yet we're seeing a lot of different things happening in the video space. Short-form video generates 3x more conversion than a regular static landing page. We're seeing that with our customer. At the same time, everyone is faced with the same problem, content crisis. Engagement is down. In fact, there's a very famous CMO here in Atlanta that was saying that from last year to the year before, they had to produce twice as much content to get the same amount of engagement. Think about this. At the same time, costs are rising, and then budgets are shrinking. The other opportunity is the UGC is mainly untapped. In fact, brands own less than 10% of the content being created about them. And that's where eStreamly come in. eStreamly, we're this unified AI platform turning video into a commerce channel. What I'm super excited to come here today is to introduce our latest video generation, AI video generation tool, where we are able to take product data and turn it into real actionable video that you can use across your website. We have some interesting customers, and we have seen the impact of leveraging AI video directly into product page. This is not to replace the human creation video. This is really to augment the ability for consumer like me that don't like to read to be able to see a video, get informed, and then get to transaction. A quick word about eStreamly. We turn any video into revenue everywhere. We are all about capture, distribute, and convert. Capturing with sourcing the content at scale, either from the UGC you own or the one you don't know that exists out there about you that we can enable you to acquire. Brand video and obviously AI generated. The distribution, we make the video shoppable anywhere. And when I say anywhere, it's product pages, email, social media, live stream, group buying, you name it. And then conversion. We are a commerce first company. We look for conversion rate. We look for generating more revenue. And then we are about to give you the first party data that come with it. So here's my call to action. If you believe that the future is video, and if you need to generate sales through engagement with your customer, please come to see us. We have a booth out there, and we'll be happy to talk about video commerce in general and AI video generated and all those tools about video commerce. Thank you very much.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Edgar Garay, and I'm the CEO and founder of Falcomm. I'm a microchip designer by training. I've been designing and developing microchips for the past 20 years of my career. I have a PhD from Georgia Tech, and 5 years ago, I decided to start Falcomm with the whole mission of creating a microchip company here in the heart of Atlanta. So in summary, we're a fabless semiconductor startup with a team of around 20 people. We're venture-backed by $11 million of venture capital. And we're creating super advanced chips that are going to go into satellites and space. So our mission, as I mentioned before, is to unlock the next generation of wireless communication systems by employing modern chip architectures and developing software tools that allows us to develop these super high-performing microchips. But the main idea that I want to leave you with is that here in Atlanta, we're developing and building super advanced microchips and creating jobs around semiconductors, which is very important for, critical supply chain resilience in the US. So specifically, the technology that we're developing is around power amplification. If you guys don't know, you probably use around 100 power amplifiers in your everyday lives. Your cell phone has around 30 power amplifier chips, your Wi-Fi, your modem, and everything else. And they're super important because they're the part of your cell phone that allows the signal to be transmitted to the cell phone tower and back. One of the main issues is that they're super power hungry, and we're developing technology that makes these chips very energy efficient. Energy efficient, it's very important, but because as you notice when you're using your phone, it gets really hot and the battery lifetime goes down. So it's really important for satellites as well, for Wi-Fi routers, and overall for cell phone infrastructure around the world. We have developed really cool technology. This is a comparison of how much more energy efficient our chips are, and we're also developing AI software tools that allows us to design these chips extremely fast. We're focusing, again, microchip products, electronic design automation using AI, and manufacturing and testing. That's a picture of one of our labs here in the heart of Atlanta that we use to develop these chips. We're building an amazing patent portfolio. So far, we've applied to 20 patents, 4 have been granted over the past 3 years, and we're going to continue to develop this technology here in Atlanta and to create more jobs related to the semiconductor industry in the heart of Atlanta. we're hiring, we're fundraising, and yeah, I hope I see you again. Thank you.
And we are an AI powered, I'm sorry? Oh, hi everyone. My name is Paul Favoroff, and I'm the CEO of HelloPackage, AI powered logistics infrastructure in high density real estate. So what we do is we operate in on an on-demand world, and how that it's impacting everyone is there are over 50 million delivery points that mail and packages are being delivered to. There's billions of packages that are being transported from warehouses down to the real estate assets, and residents and tenants are expecting their packages to be delivered in real time. As we all have seen, things like Grubhub and additional services allow us to get stuff faster, cheaper, and on demand. And thirdly, a lot of real estate assets are facing a critical shortage of qualified staff. And instead of focusing on revenue generating activities like leasing, maintenance, and customer service, they're forced to be spending hours a day managing packages. So let me show you how it looks. On an average property with 300 apartment units or 300 companies, they're receiving anywhere from 400 packages a day all the way up to maybe 600. It can crest over 15,000 packages a month. What that creates is a lot of very frustrated residents and tenants, burnt out staff, and just very disorganized and unsecure processes. So the way we tackle this is by utilizing two key technologies, which is computer vision to track and perform tasks, automation workflows, and then we utilize visual language models to be able to assess behavior and drive automated notification and alerts within the community so that the personnel doesn't have to engage. Additionally, we had to and built two additional pillars to manage this problem, and one of them was security. Oops. Security, so we automate, authenticate, grant access through the delivery drivers across the board.
Please do not leave packages on the floor or on top of the mailbox clusters. Simply enter your
As
code
well
at the
as-
kiosk and
sorry about
proceed
that.
through the door to the HelloPackage.
Sorry. As well as having to also manage onboarding, training of delivery drivers and residents as buildings are becoming more and more unstaffed. A little bit about how far we've gotten. We have 200 buildings that we're managing across the country, and the results we're seeing is about 90% increase in resident and tenant satisfaction, tremendous cost savings, and a lot of the real estate assets are able to upsell this as a service to create as an additional ancillary revenue income. My name is Paul Favoroff. Thank you so much, and we are out of Atlanta Tech Village. If you're interested in a demo, let us know. Thank you.
Hello. What could your business do if you understood what your customers wanted from every brand and every product, and you understood the trends 12 months earlier than your competition? My name is Trevor Sumner, and I'm the CEO of i-Genie.ai, and we provide decision-grade consumer insights without surveys. And we do that for some of the largest brands in the world discovering unmet needs, marketing opportunities, and predict out trends reliably 18 months in the future. So what does that look like? That looks like the world's leading hair care brand discovering an area of the internet where people are talking about heat protectorant that you could only put in wet hair and complaining. So they launch a product for dry hair, which is their bestseller and an immediate bestseller on Amazon. It looks like the world's biggest skincare brand discovering the collagen trend 6 months earlier than the competition, launching a $70 million product. But this story begins with Atlanta's own Stan Stanunatan, who ran consumer insights for Coca-Cola and shepherded in the disruption from traditional legacy media and data to our more digital and social network ecosystem. He took those lessons to Unilever, where he was spending $350 million on surveys, focus groups, and panels, and getting information back like Hellmann's mayonnaise is doing great in India. Only one problem. They don't even sell Hellmann's mayonnaise in India. No wonder 95% of new product launches fail based on survey-based data. So he defined a new model for insights based on digital and AI, and even wrote the book on AI for marketing and new product innovation. So what do? We take billions of signals on search, on Google, on LLMs, on social, on Facebook, on Instagram, transcribing audio of videos on TikTok and YouTube, looking at every like, every comment, every rating and review of every product on every e-commerce site, and throwing that into our engine. And our AI understands every ingredient, every claim, every benefit, every segment, and every subsegment. And we turn that into our deep learning models to predict out prescriptive consumer insights about what people think about brands, products, needs, and new ideas. And we do that through stunning visual dashboards and an agentic layer we call Presto that allows you to ask questions from the CEO on down about what customers think, and so you can get this information in minutes. So how good is our data? Okay, great. Oh, that's tough. All right, so how good is our data? We worked with one of the largest home cleaning brands that tested 20 of their best ideas against 10 of our ideas. 9 of the 10 top ideas were i-Genie ideas. We've been named one of the top 150 companies and startups that Microsoft's working among tens of thousands. We are one of the top 140 companies that work with OpenAI, and we're deploying consumer insights in over 25 countries and 20 languages. We've tripled revenue year over year. Our customers are expanding 146% year over year, and I'm proud to announce that we just launched an expansion contract of $3.5 million with one of our customers. And this is why we are i-Genie.ai, providing real-time decision-grade intelligence, forcing the world's biggest brands to come to Atlanta to decide how they can compete in the digital age. Thank you very much.
The organizations solving our biggest problems can't reliably access the funding they depend on. And those organizations keep society running. Nonprofits, schools, and even municipalities. I'm Luke, founder of MatchGrant. And as a nonprofit founder as well, I've seen this play out firsthand. It's not that there isn't money, it's that accessing it is manual, slow, and fragmented. So even the best organizations miss out simply because they can't navigate it. But for the first time, that's changing. Tax filings across nonprofits and foundations is completely digitized and accessible. AI can finally understand messy, unstructured grant data, and organizations are adopting software. The infrastructure finally exists to fix this. So we built MatchGrant. MatchGrant understands your organization automatically. It finds you the right funding opportunities, reveals how those funders actually make decisions, and manages the entire process in one place, from discovery to decision to even execution. But the real shift is this. MatchGrant turns funding data into funding intelligence. Our proprietary AI agents model how funders think, what they require, and where an organization is most competitive, replacing months of research in seconds. No guessing, just a clear path forward. And it's working. We just hit over $110,000 in annual recurring revenue in less than 8 months, with organizations replacing legacy tools like Candid and Instrumental. And don't just take my word for it. This is what one of our users has to say. Our old tools gave us a long list of opportunities. MatchGrant gives us better matches and the reasoning behind them. The kind of insight we used to rely on a development professional to figure out. By the way, that's Deborah. She runs a multi-million-dollar nonprofit fighting human trafficking all around the world. And we know how this scales, not just for impact, but even financially. $1 million in our first year, $8 million by year 3, and $40 million as we expand across sectors and deepen product usage. But this is not just the business story. We've already driven over $2 million in funding in less than 8 months. And we're just getting started. And frankly, this doesn't stop with nonprofits. We're being pulled into schools, PTAs, and even municipalities. Same problem, but at a much greater scale. And we didn't push into this, we've simply followed demand. And this is a problem that we know from both sides. A deep firsthand understanding of how broken the funding system really is, and the ability to build and scale a platform that actually solves it. That's why this combination works. But this is why it matters. This is Malik. Malik's a refugee from Syria and got his first job with a local nonprofit called Refuge Coffee, and he's thriving. And Michelle, living up in the city of Lawrenceville and living in a safer community because her city got the funding it required. And Stephen, growing into the leader he's meant to become because his school, Providence Christian Academy, got the funding to support him. MatchGrant is building the infrastructure behind the organizations that keep the world running. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Larry Walker, CEO of the Legacy Line, where we turn memories into monetizable products and experiences. So every day, we take pictures and photos, we store them away in our archives, and we forget about them despite the monetary value that may be contained within those images. So meet Mr. Ernest Withers. During his lifetime, Mr. Withers took about 1.8 million pictures, covering very notable events in history. Civil rights, with the MLK, even things like sports, think Jackie Robinson. In entertainment, Elvis Presley, B.B. King, and Isaac Hayes. All these pictures stored in vaults in a way with no monetary value. Through technology, working with his estate, we were able to unlock about $300,000 in value by taking those products and creating a home decor business that delivers these products. And when received by consumers, we're able to then tell those stories in real time, leveraging AI and workflow. Now, in doing this is a pretty interesting issue. Imagine trying to comb through 1 million+ images to be able to pull out information that matters. So building a pipeline to be able to not only extract this metadata, be able to find ways to tell stories from this content, determining how you properly match images to products, and then more importantly, taking this information to build augmented reality stories and toolkits to bring those things forward. That's some of the work that we've done. Now, in doing this, we realized this is a very repeatable process and framework. Be able to take something from digitization to enrichment to monetization was a pretty cool framework. So as an example here, you see a picture of this greeting card line from the Withers collection. When consumers receive these greeting cards, through an augmented reality lens, they can look at this particular greeting card, get real-time context from the voice of the person who took the picture, but also understand the historical context. Amazing opportunity there. And so we looked at this and said, how do we scale this? There are a lot of different verticals we focus on, so culture is one. Here you see a picture of Ambassador Andrew Young. We all know Ambassador Young. He brought the Olympics here in '96. Creating products through his foundation that allows them to monetize his brand and experience through real and ethical use cases. With sports, whether it's sports teams or young individuals capturing moments in sports for young athletes or with family. This is a picture that was given to us by Billy Aaron, Hank Aaron's wife. And you can see this home decor product line that was given to her to commemorate some things that happened during her lifetime. Now, what's nice about this is that whether you have these legacies in place, there are a lot of ways to monetize these through our framework. Through our POD website opportunities where we ship product in real time, or things we create for bookstore clients and customers through some consumer product you see here on the screen. Or an example now, a customer downtown at National Civil Rights Museum. During World Cup, millions of people will come in town who don't speak these languages that they have things encoded in. We'll be translating in real time all their exhibits to multiple languages to make that available to them in real time while tracking analytics, and then helping them deliver products to them in real time as well. And last but not least, the work that we're doing in our consumer product lines through our throw pillows and coasters and support. At the end of the day, this is an amazing opportunity, a very big industry, and I would tell you, if you have content to monetize, work with Legacy Line and partner with us. Thank you for your time.
Everybody good? Everybody awake? Awesome. So I'm Ross Dienkov, and today I would like to tell you about the most consequential problem of the 21st century, the thing that our entire economy relies on: energy, manufacturing, and logistics, and that is industrial automation. In fact, it's so important that many countries right now are fighting to figure out who is going to be on top, who is going to be leading this next race. And that's going to determine right now where we're going to end up in the next 10, 20 years. And I have developed a company, MUJIN, which is at the forefront of this technology. But first, let's figure out where we are today with automation. Right now, it is expensive. It is tough. You need a lot of skill to use it. And only the biggest companies in the world can afford it. And those actually turn out to be because that's, the programming is very, very hard. But if we look at our technological innovation advancement for the past 50 years, we started out with computers, then we became the cloud age, and now everybody is talking about AI. But AI, you guys have to understand, is there for your digital automation. It's not there for your physical automation. In fact, it's not enough. It hallucinates too much. It makes too many mistakes. It is never going to be able to manufacture your car at the precision needed. It's not going to lift your rocket to go to the moon. And that's where physical AI comes from. And that is where MUJIN right now is operating at. And in order for us to measure our success, we have one factor, which is how many robots we are deploying into the world today. It's not about hype. It's not about who can make the best YouTube videos. It's really about adding value into the processes of businesses. And this is what automation looks like today with MUJIN. Automating tasks that are very heavy, dangerous, and monotonous, so that us humans can actually focus on the creative side of things. So we can go and solve hard problems. We don't need to be doing this picking. What we need to be doing is figuring out how to solve cancer. And so you can see now we're deploying technologies in the warehouses for distribution, in airports for baggage loading, and manufacturing. And in order to make this transformation, I want to tell you that we don't build the hardware. It's all about the brain. And right now we've been developing this new form of AI, physical AI, where it captures both the precision and accuracy necessary in order to actually solve physical automation problems. And with this comes the platform, MUJIN OS. And this right now is being built. It's at the forefront of the bleeding edge. Everybody wants it. And it's connecting all of these devices together to actually form this autonomous movement. Traditional automation, like you see here, is very complex. It's all of these things interconnect together, and who knows what's happening. Whereas with MUJIN OS and some of these new products, you can actually have one brain to control them all. And where we're heading with the future is very exciting. Just how GPUs and a lot of these chips right now that everybody's talking about that are creating AI and allowing for AI to happen. Right now, MUJIN is creating the robot processing units so that RPUs can do for robotics what GPUs have done for graphics and AI. Thank you very much.
Oh, my bad. How do you go back? So Twitter, you all know it. You've all used it. And I rebuilt it in 2017, 14 days, no code, zero. Prior to that, I'd never written a line of code in my life. Our version won Twitter a pixel-perfect, fully functional replication of Twitter, utilizing Twitter's APIs, better scores in every category. That's ONEtechnology. I'm Brent Majors, the COO of ONEtechnology. It's a pleasure to present our innovation to all of you today. Everyone is under pressure to move faster. Traditional development is slow, expensive, and dependent upon engineering talent that's hard to find and harder to keep. No code is typically template-based and boxes you in with that vendor and their ecosystem. AI alone hallucinates without structure and fails when infrastructure can't support production. Vibe coding is exciting, great for prototypes, but it doesn't deliver enterprise software. It lacks governance, security, and scale you need. Innovation doesn't stall because of ideas, it stalls because execution is too hard. That's exactly why we built One Platform. Here's how it works. One Platform is a visual declarative design tool. Choose Claude, OpenAI, Gemini, or your preferred AI model. Enter your prompt. AI selects the proper components and actions. What comes back instantly renders in our designer. Don't like something? Modify the canvas in real time. Instant design feedback. No reprompting the AI, no wasted time, no wasted tokens. Drag and drop the items onto the canvas. Modify page layout, styles, and colors with a few clicks. Connect data instantly with a single click. With our library of over 260 components and an open architecture featuring AI component assist, your possibilities are limitless. The One Workflow Designer visually constructs business logic and data for consumption. After the prompt returns, you can optimize the workflow orchestration or drag and drop additional activities for proper execution. From prompt to production, it's that easy. Here's what makes us unique. We store applications as structured data and not code. This results in a 90% reduction in token usage, compressed iteration times, significantly lower power consumption. From prompt to production, ONEtechnology delivers enterprise applications 10 times faster at 92% less costs. Let me show you what this looks like in real life. Working with a national insurance brand such as Guardian, Prudential, and Lincoln Financial, Enrollify wanted to increase information accuracy, consistency in the employee benefits arena for the 6,000 gig economy benefit counselors. We added a collaborative AI intelligence engine to their 400-page enterprise platform in a matter of days utilizing OCR and RAG. Whisper AI now powers real-time guidance, quality assurance, and consistency across their entire organization. Their CEO, Adam Michaels, who flew in from California to be here today, said it best: not just a vendor, an innovation partner. Behind ONEtechnology is a team of entrepreneurs who have built, scaled, and exited successful companies. We bring that enterprise or expertise to every client we interact with. We launched in our headquarters in Alpharetta, Georgia, 100% onshore Georgia talent. We're not just a technology company, we're a Georgia company, changing the way the world builds software, from prompt to production. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ivan. I'm the co-founder of Recognize. Today, over 30 large-scale commercial kitchens use our solution to reduce food waste, save on food costs, and better serve their customers. The reality today is that most kitchens have zero visibility into their food waste. Why? Because tracking food waste is manual, it's disgusting, and it's often overlooked and inaccurate. As a result, over 1/3 of all food produced is wasted. That's costing these businesses over $138 billion in losses and generating over 10% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Recognize solves this problem. Our proprietary sensors use 3D imaging and Vision AI to automatically measure food waste at the point of disposal. This gives kitchens and chefs clear visibility into what's being wasted, how much of it there was, and why that food was wasted in the first place. Now, kitchens can act and finally act on this food waste data. Whether it's identifying that raw pink chicken thrown out by angry customers at 1 p.m., changing staff behavior so they're not putting out as much tomatoes at the end of service, as well as improving forecasting to reduce the overproduction of French fries. In under 3 years, we've grown our solution to over 30 large-scale commercial kitchens nationwide, half of which are in Georgia universities. Altogether, we've helped our customers save over $1.5 million in food costs and prevented over 600,000 meals from being wasted, all while helping our customers improve their overall kitchen efficiency, sustainability, and overall operations. And really, we're just getting started. We're expanding into 20 more locations later this year to finally empower kitchens to take control of their food waste. Thank you.